Well, speaking of that,
Yeah.
when you were 12 years old, that's when you actually shot your first gun.
Yeah, that's when I started bugging out. I had around 12 years old, yeah. Damn, Black.
Yep. I guess you had a 25 with no clip. So
How you
whatever
know
was
that?
in the chamber.
How you know that? How you know that? Yeah. It's funny because I found a bracelet at a house party, like a gold bracelet. And I was going and I was like, I had the bracelet on. I'm like, oh shit, I got some gold. And I met a kid walking home and he was like, yo, I'll trade you this gun for that shit. And I traded the gun for that 22. 20, it was
Okay.
25, actually. 25. Yeah.
Okay. So you got this gun with no clip,
Yeah.
and you started doing armed robberies with it.
Yeah. And I tried to rob this cab driver, and he didn't respect the jokes. And this is when I realized I gotta get some bullets for this thing. So I went to like this Army Navy store or sporting goods store, and they didn't have a clip for the gun, but they had 25 rounds. So I sent my older friend in there to buy some rounds. So what I would do after that is I just put one in the head. So now I knew I had one bullet in the shit. So ran around with that gun for about 6-7 months, terrorizing the neighborhood with one bullet in that shit.
Okay. And then you had a situation where you shot up someone's car with that same gun, I guess?
Nah. That was a different gun. That was was that the same gun? Yeah, that might have been the same. No, I don't think it was the same gun. No, because that was a couple years later when that happened. That's when I first went to like my first felony. So that was a different gun though. That was a different gun. Yeah.
Okay. And I guess you were 16 at the time.
Yeah, I was about 16 then.
So what happened to lead up to you shooting up someone's car?
So like I was seeing this girl. Well, like I had heard she had a girlfriend. She had a boyfriend or whatever. So I used to tell her like, yo, if you got a boyfriend, I don't want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to get caught up in no dumb shit like that. So we used to own this little weed spot. So she used to come by the weed spot. So one day she's trying to get me to go with her somewhere, and my friends want me to go with them somewhere, so I'm just trying to stall her. You gonna fuck my book up too, Black, because I wrote a book. You gonna fuck my whole book up, Black. Niggas be like, I know the whole shit from Black. But, so I'm trying to stall her till my friends get there so I can leave. And before my friends get there, some guy just comes driving down the street and, you know, she's standing on her car. I'm standing in between her legs and shit, just trying to stall her until my friends get there and be like, yo, I'm gonna roll with my friends. Some dude pulls up and just jumps out the car and snatches her off the car. I was like, yo. So first I grab her. We like playing tug of war with the girl. And then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Take her. You know what I'm saying? So then, you know, my pride gets in the way, foolish pride. I'm like, what make this nigga think he can come on my, know what I mean? Come around here. But I still didn't react at that time. And then I went up to him and I was like, yo, fam, no man, if this your shorty or whatever, like, you know what I mean? No disrespect. I was like trying to be diplomatic about the shit. And he was like, man, fuck you, get out my face. And when he did that, I ran in the house, got my little pistol, came back outside. First, you know, that's when I shot his car up first. And then I pistol whipped him and we beat him up. Like shooting up the car is the reason why they gave me the felony, but we had beat the kid up really bad. When I ran outside the car, the dudes who was in the spot ran behind me, and my man had he's a fucking sucker, because he's the one who told that I shot the gun. Kid named Cooler, bitch ass nigga. But he ran outside with like a curl ball. And while we were just stomping the kid out, this dude hits the guy in that fucking face with a curl ball and breaks the bone in his eye and shit. So that's really why the cops was on us, because her kid got hurt really bad. But then they was like, who was shooting the gun? And they told her it was me who was shooting the gun. So I ended up getting like 3 felonies off that shit.
Okay, so at 16, now you got 3 felonies. And are you
copped
doing
out to
juvenile
one.
time now?
Huh?
Were you doing juvenile time?
Nah, they put me with the adults. I had another case before that. It was just an assault case. So I did a year in juvie before that. When this happened, I was just getting out of juvie. I just did a year in juvenile, and this shit happened probably 2-3 weeks after that. Literally.
Okay. So now you got 3 more felonies. And
yeah, they charged me with 3 felonies, but I ended up plea bargaining to one.
Okay, and how long did they give you for that?
They gave me I did some dumb shit because I could have got a county bullet, and I already did 7 months, and I went to court. I sat in. Damn, you're gonna fuck my whole book up. So I did 6 months, 5 years probation, but I did 7 years. I had either do a county bullet, which is 8 months, or a 6-5. I could have did one more month and went home with no probation. My dumb ass does 7 months, and just because I wanted to go home, I went home after doing 7 months with 5 years probation because I didn't want to go back for another month into the jail. I was like, I want to get the fuck home. I want to go home. And then, yeah.
Okay, and then there was another incident after that?
Yeah, then I shot two people like 3 weeks after that. 3 weeks after that. Yeah.
3 weeks after that, you shoot.
About 3.5.
After one shooting, you go and do another shooting.
About 3.5 weeks after that, I shot this kid named Tory Coleman, a kid named a kid named Charles McBean in this little club called the Camelot and shit. It was a little hole in the wall club. And I was in there. I shouldn't have had a gun. Like I said, I had 5 years probation. I went right home and picked up a gun. You know what I'm saying? The fucked up state of mind. And when I see it and I look back and I reflect on it, I go, damn, man, where was the guidance at, man? And it comes from lack of having a father in my life. Cause my mother, once my voice got deep, I grew a little fucking mustache here. I thought I was a man. So anything my mother said, it was like, I know what I'm doing. I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm a man. And I'm 13, 14 years old. I'm a man. And I was far from a man, being a man. Dig what I'm saying?
Well, I guess the incident where 2 people got shot, it started with someone bumping into you?
Yep, that's it. The guy bumped me. I told him, yo, first he bumped me. I looked at him. He was ice grilling. I walked up to him. I'm like, yo, my man, you bumped me. He's like, fuck out my face, and gave me a little nudge. And then I shot him. And while I'm shooting him, the second guy I didn't even mean to shoot. He's running. I shot him in the back of his ass and shot him up. And then I see another guy go, ah! And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, he's hit. So I hit another guy, the second guy I hit, I didn't even mean to hit him. He just was in the line of fire and shit. And you know, I ran to Virginia thinking I was getting away, and they came and got me a couple months after. They found me down there a couple months after that.
Okay, and how much time did you get for that shooting?
I got 6 years for that. They gave me 6 years for that.
Okay. So by this time, they're kind of just tired of seeing you in the court system over and over
100%.
again. They're not going to give you another slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, you're now shooting at multiple people, multiple instances. Like, all right, we're done.
Yeah. Yep.